Hello?
Hello, mate. Sorry, it's on silent. I didn't hear it go.
Okay. Can I help you? What's the purpose of the call? Hello? Hello, I can hear you.
Hello.
Hello.
Go through with you about the camera agreement.
Right. So what this is like part of the formal grievance?
This is me, obviously with the COVID malarkey. I asked Dave, if you said this, you needed to reallocate some time, so I asked Dave if he could make you available today.
Right.
I need you to tell, obviously I've got the videos, but we've got to treat it as if, like, I know nothing about it, unless you want somebody else to carry out the investigation that does know nothing about anything that's been discussed before.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I don't understand here, because I'm a little bit in the dark, because the company hasn't responded officially to my grievance. So, you're asking me questions here in relation to the grievance that I can't answer because I don't have what I need in front of me. Plus the fact I'm actually working, so I can't actually discuss this grievance while I'm trying to work.
But you're not. You're supposed to, what are you doing? Because you're supposed to be allocated. You're supposed to be parked up. That's the agreement. So technically you are at work.
Yeah.
But you're not actually supposed to be carrying out any tasks at this minute except speaking to me.
So I've just done a delivery, and now I need to go and park up and find somewhere to park, a suitable place to park.
Of course, of course, I get that.
So I'm at work for the company to then give me an allotted time. It would be for me to read the somewhere, and then I'm told that I'm not supposed to do anything for the duration of the time. But no one spoke to me. You're the only person that spoke to me regarding the grievance after saying she's acknowledged me submission. So the company have not come back to me to say that, yeah, HR, we're dealing with your grievance, blah, blah, blah. We need to speak to the appropriate people who you've raised the concerns with, so then that we can come back to you, set a meeting in place to then to hash out what it is, what the problem is.
Well, we sort of have, because HR, so by
right.
the email from you, that's the acknowledgement from HR.
What, that they've accepted my grievance?
Your grievance will be, that they are in receipt of your grievance,
yep,
and that it'll be investigated.
But no,
and the first part of the investigation is for you to then, because the detail you put down on the new grievance, against the company.
Am I not supposed to speak to my appropriate line manager?
The line manager is, isn't it?
Right, so why am I speaking with you?
Because I'm doing the investigation.
But you're not part of, you're nothing to do with HR or driver management.
No, but I won't be carrying, so the way that the grievance works is I do all the fact finding.
Right.
So she passed it to me because in her mind, because I've got a better relationship with the camera company,
right,
and an understanding of the cameras.
Yeah, I'm not happy with this.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I did think at the time that you might want somebody completely fresh eyes on it rather than me, because me and you have spoken about this already.
I don't have an issue with you. Let's get this straight. I don't have an issue with you.
No.
The issue is with the company and how they're dealing with this grievance, right? So we have got a manager, a driver manager, who is also head of HR. Is that not right? So I've raised my grievance with the appropriate people. So the company then has an obligation then to officially respond to me and then give me the appropriate time to actually speak about me grievance. Whereas I've not been given this time. You're calling me during my shift and you're not my line manager. So I don't understand why we're having this conversation when it seems like some of the parts of like the procedure, what the companies actually set out of what they're going to do, they're not doing, they're bypassing it.
I'm a little confused by that.
So these the appropriate steps that the company sets out how they're going to deal with a grievance, right? So I have to then speak to my line manager, then my line manager then takes it to HR. HR then do all of the legwork, where they then do the arrangements of the meetings, who needs to be there, what's involved, and what's going to be the next steps. But it seems like it's just being pushed over to you, and you've got to deal with it, that's not right.
But I have emailed you about, like, getting together, and the fact that I need to speak to you before I can then go off and speak to other people.
And we have spoke with each other too, and I would have thought from the emails that it's pretty plain sailing, where I'm not happy with the answers that have come back, and I have asked the questions, and some of the questions aren't getting answered that I'm asking.
Well, it's probably not appropriate for me to carry out the investigation. I'll go back.
It's not. It's definitely not appropriate.
Well, what I would say outside of that, then, that I won't be carrying out the investigation. In my mind, you have had answers back to these questions. You've had very comprehensive answers to these questions.
Okay. So when the device is talking on the network, what information is being sent on the network, and what information is being sent on the server?
The only information that it sends is like X, Y, Z information.
What?
Do you know what I mean?
No, basically. So when it's talking to the server, what information does it send? I.e., if it's capable of live streaming, does it do it through the network? Does it do it through the server? Why is it waking up?
I myself have answered them to you on the phone.
So with these cameras, so with these live stream data being sent from this system, how does it do it over the network or through the server?
It doesn't live stream.
So if you go back to one of Mark's emails, you will see in his email that the system is capable of live streaming, but he said that it's set to default. Now, you've only got to ask for that default to then be lifted. It's a live stream from the camera.
And then in the investigation, Mark would have to be interviewed, wouldn't he? That's the thing.
Right, so I've asked the question of when it's sending live stream, does it do it over the network or does it do it over the server?
But it's not live streaming.
It's not what?
It's not live streaming.
I'm not asking if it's live streaming. I'm asking when the system sends live video footage, or it sends any video footage, a event, yeah, how's that done, over the network or over the server?
Network.
Right, okay. So when I see that flashing light going for 6 hours during my shift, what's that telling me?
Which flashing light?
Are you taking the piss now?
No, I'm not. There's two lights they gave you.
Yeah. So the same light. So the same light gives you the same indication for two operations. One being the network and one being the server. You're telling me that when it's speaking on the network, it blinks, and then when it's speaking to the server, it's solid. So why am I seeing a blinking light for 6 hours or more during my shift?
Well, I mean, to me that means it's not connected to the server.
So there's an issue with the cameras then?
Yeah.
And I raised this 3 months ago.
I thought your concern with these cameras, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that your belief is that they're being live streamed on demand and that they are recording sound. Yeah?
I asked the question, can they record sound? It didn't say they are recording sound. Other people have said to me that they are capable of capturing sound.
Well, I asked that question all the time. But listen, we're going to go down a rabbit hole here. You just want to go down. Do you know what I mean? So,
because I'm the one that's like dealing with it, the stress.
Yeah, you do. No, you do, but you don't want to do it with me. Is what I mean.
Right. Yeah, no, it should be through HR and it should be through
Yeah. So rather than me and you talk about it for half an of an hour, and then me get somebody else to get involved and do it with you through a different channel, if you like, yeah,
Right.
at an appropriate time. I'm happy to talk to you about this another time. Whatever comes of this, I'm happy to talk to you, know that.
Yeah, yeah.
We're just going to cover over like the same and different stuff.
Well, I'm highly annoyed because basically passed it over to you when it should be directly dealing with it. If she's head of HR, then that should be her dealing with it.
Well, I thought that the investigation carried out by another person, then it's escalated to her. But it can also be done in a fashion of.
No, that's if you're doing it informally, which we've exhausted that avenue.
If you want her to do it,
Yeah.
but it would then tend to get escalated to her looking
I've come to the company and asked them informally, and I've not got the answers that I seek, or I'm not happy with the answers that are being given. So I've raised it formally. So me and you having the conversations we've had, that all works informally. But when it becomes formal, that means there's got to be people there, and it's got to be a paper trail. It's got to be that done, like legit.
Okay.
Not just over the phone and yeah, that's all sorted. Yeah, no, not when I've raised it, like officially.
Well, I don't think if you really recorded officially over the phone, the conversation recorded, it's documented on paper, and you get a copy of that, and it's taken that way.
Right.
Only the same as you being that across the country. Again, make bear in mind that, COVID-19 lockdown, where you can go and who you can be with and how close you can be.
So
all the mechanisms in the company that can be done to resolve conversations such as this, and have been for previous grievances, investigations and such.
Listen, I appreciate that we've gone through a pandemic, this crazy time. But you've got like, I don't know how many drivers you've got in that training room on a weekly basis, and then you've got people walking around everywhere who are not social distancing, not wearing masks. So for people to turn around and start saying, oh, corona, it's an excuse. Just using that as an excuse.
Not for me, mate. I would, I don't go in hospital, so I can tell you from my experience that is the case. However, listen, I'll speak. I'll see how she wants that. She suggests to see whether she contacts you formally written, other than the email she'll send you, and the emails I'll send you, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
All right, mate.
All right.
Cheers, Gavin.
Cheers. Bye.